If you're under 30, this might be the most important video you'll watch this year. Because when it comes to money, what you don't know can hurt you. The way you handle your finances today will shape your freedom, your options, and your future. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 money truths every young adult needs to hear. The kind of advice nobody teaches in school. But that can help you rise to riches. Let's talk about the reality for most people under 30. You're expected to manage rent, maybe student loans, credit cards, your first job, and somehow still figure out how to invest, save, build credit, and enjoy life. But no one gives you a clear playbook, so you make decisions in survival mode. Buying what looks normal, copying what your friends do, trying to stay afloat. And most of it leads to years of unnecessary debt, missed opportunities, and habits that are hard to break. I get it. I've been there. But here's the truth. Your 20s are not just a time to figure things out. They're a launchpad. And what you do with your money now will either give you decades of freedom or years of financial stress later. So let's flip the script. Here are 10 things about money that you absolutely need to know before 30. Everyone tells you to chase money, but they forget to mention what's even more powerful: time. If you're under 30, you have one of the greatest financial advantages there is. Decades ahead of you. Because while money comes and goes, time only goes. And the earlier you start investing, learning, building, the more that time works in your favor. Let's say you invest just $100 a month, starting at age 22. By 60, you could have over $300,000 even with average returns. But if you wait until 32 to start, you'll need to invest double to reach the same result. Time multiplies effort. So here's the move. Start now, even if it's small. The habit is more important than the amount. Most people enter their 20s trying to play it safe, but that's actually the best time to take risks. You have fewer responsibilities, more flexibility, and room to make mistakes without lifelong consequences. That's when you test ideas. Start a business. Change careers. Invest in something new, because the cost of failure now is lower, and the lessons you learn will pay off for decades. It's not about avoiding mistakes. It's about making smart ones while the stakes are still manageable. So instead of focusing only on earning more, focus on learning more and acting boldly. You'll earn more later because of the wisdom you gain now. It's not the big purchases that ruin your finances. It's the small ones, repeated, unchecked, and unnoticed. Most people have no idea where their money is actually going. And that's exactly why they stay broke. If you don't track your money, you can't control it. You'll feel like you're always behind, even if you're earning more. So here's the fix. Track everything for 30 days. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even pen and paper. Just start noticing where your money goes. Because once you see it, you can start to redirect it. And that's when everything changes. You get a raise, and suddenly your apartment's bigger, your car's newer, your dinner's more expensive. Feels good, but it's a trap. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly eats your future. Because every time your income goes up, your expenses rise to match, and you stay in the exact same place, just with nicer stuff. The wealthy don't fall for that. When they earn more, they invest more, save more, build more. So here's your move. When your income increases, lock in your lifestyle. At least for a while. Take the extra and put it to work. Because if you let money expand your life now, it won't have the chance to expand your freedom later. One of the biggest lies young people believe is, I'll start investing when I make more money. But the truth is, you don't need to be rich to start. You just need to be consistent. It's not about how much you invest. It's about how long you stay in the game. Starting early with small amounts beats starting late with big amounts. Every time. $10 a week can turn into tens of thousands over time, if you just stick with it. So here's the move. Pick one platform. Any beginner-friendly app. Set up automatic weekly deposits, even if it's just $5, because consistency compounds. And what feels small now can build something massive later. Debt isn't always the enemy. It's how you use it that matters. Bad debt is borrowing for things that lose value, like clothes, gadgets, or impulse buys. Good debt is borrowing for things that generate value, like education, a business, or real estate. But most people use debt emotionally, to feel better, to impress others, to escape the moment, and that's the trap. So here's your rule. If it doesn't pay you back, in money, skill, or opportunity, think twice before borrowing. Use debt with intention, not emotion. Because when you use it right, debt stops holding you back and starts working for you. Your credit score might not seem like a big deal now, but later, it can be the difference between opportunity and limitation. Good credit opens doors to better interest rates, bigger investments, faster approvals. It's not about borrowing more. It's about showing you're responsible with what you borrow. And the best time to start building credit. Now, when you don't desperately need it, get a secured credit card. Pay it off in full every month. Stay below 30% of your limit. And never miss a payment. These small moves now give you leverage later, when it really matters, because credit isn't just a number, it's a financial reputation. Depending on one source of income is like sitting on a one-legged stool. The second something changes, job loss, recession, burnout, everything crashes. That's why the wealthy don't rely on one stream. They build multiple, maybe a job, plus a side hustle, plus dividends, plus content. It doesn't have to be huge, just diverse. So here's your move. Start with one small extra stream. Sell something online. Monetize a skill. Launch a digital product. Because every new stream gives you more stability, more options, more control. And in today's world, that's not a luxury. It's survival. You've probably heard the phrase, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And when it comes to money, it couldn't be more true. If your friends are always spending recklessly, complaining about money, avoiding growth, chances are you will too, even without noticing. But if you surround yourself with people who save, invest, build, and think long-term, you'll level up automatically. Your environment shapes your expectations. So take a look around. Who challenges you to grow? Who supports your goals? Who holds you back? Choose your circle intentionally, because the people around you will either drain your progress or multiply it. Saving is important, but it has limits. You can only save so much, cut so many expenses, delay so many pleasures, but you can earn infinitely more. That's why the wealthy focus on building, not just cutting. They create businesses, they build brands, they own assets. Saving protects, building multiplies. So yes, have a safety net, build good habits, but don't stop there. Look for ways to create value and get paid for it, because you don't get rich by playing defense. You get rich by going on offense. If you're under 30, you're not behind. Most people won't think about this stuff until they're buried in debt, stuck in a job they hate, or years behind where they wanted to be. But not you, because now you've seen the roadmap. You've got the tools, the mindset, the strategy, and that's a massive advantage. Every smart move you make now will echo for decades. If this video gave you clarity, like it, subscribe to Rise to Riches, and comment below. What's one change you're making with your money this week? Because your 20s and early 30s aren't just about getting by. They're about building your base. Start small. Start now. And don't stop. Because you've got the time, you've got the knowledge. And now it's time to take action and rise to riches.